don't have time for that. It's 2022. We don't have time for going down. That's terrible. Oh my God.
I've been dreaming on in my head like I've seen it. A life worth living is a life with meaning. I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon.
Hey guys, Wicked Wanderers here, and we are back with another weight loss video. I really wanted to just do a video that kind of got more in depth on my journey so far and what didn't work and what did work and what is like currently going on, and different progress pictures. I also want to add in my current stats, my current measurements, struggles, pretty much just more details that I haven't told before. So technically my weight loss journey started in November of 2020. But we're just gonna rewind here and we're gonna just like go full in depth. So growing up, I was definitely one of the chubby kids. I definitely got bullied for it, especially like the tail end of elementary school and then mostly middle school. I did lose some weight before I went into high school, like the summer before. So I didn't really get quite as much bullying in high school because I wasn't quite as overweight then. But I definitely experienced that in elementary and middle school. Middle school was rough. You know, certain things stick with you into adulthood. I mean, whether you want to admit it or not, maybe for some people it doesn't. I know some people don't really care if they get bullied, it rolls off of them. It did not for me. I'm a very sensitive person, and I was as a kid, so it definitely stuck. So by the time I was in middle school, I was already highly self-conscious. I really was, even in 4th and 5th grade. It's pretty sad how fast kids, especially I think girls, I know boys experience it too, but it's really sad how fast that like shame sets in and self-consciousness. Because I'll be honest, I recently turned 26 and I don't know what it feels like to be truly confident. I really don't. I've had little burst of like a little bit of confidence, but I've never known full actual confidence. Not once in my life. So, I was very self-conscious of things even in middle school and some of elementary school. Like I didn't wear shorts at all really until high school. And even then I was very self-conscious. My legs were something I was always self-conscious about because I'm not tall, and the length that I do have is in my torso, not my legs. And then adding on being overweight on top of it, it just was something that I didn't want people to see. Also my arms, and I'm still highly self-conscious of my arms. They're probably what I'm most self-conscious about. I mean, as a mom, especially after a C-section, I'm self-conscious of my tummy, but my arms, I think, are still my biggest insecurity. And it takes a lot of mental games on my part to wear things without sleeves. Even now, like it, you know, I either try to cover up with my hair, or I want to wear like a jacket, or, you know, I just want to like not show them off. And it started way back, you know, as a kid, and I would mostly want to wear t-shirts or, you know, some kind of jacket. Um, and didn't want to wear shorts, was weird about dresses. So like I never dressed how I wanted to as far as like how the clothes looked. I always dressed based on like what it would cover and like how it would hide my body, even as a small child, which is just sad. So going into high school, I definitely still had those insecurities, but I got a little more rebellious on wanting to like dress how I wanted, which I was the total scene kid in high school, and part of middle school. But I still was very weird about wearing things that were sleeveless or, you know, certain things that showed skin. So in high school, I was definitely self-conscious of my weight, and it was a big insecurity, but it didn't really stop me from like living my life the way I wanted to. Like, it was in my mind, and like it kind of influenced how I dressed and what I felt comfortable doing, but it wasn't a huge hindrance. It became a huge hindrance after high school. The weight really started to come on after high school for me, and there was a lot of reasons, a lot of personal bad traumatic things that I don't really want to go into detail for. I definitely was using food as a comfort mechanism. I was definitely not being active. I was just going to, school for the most part and just staying holed up in my room. I didn't want to even be around people. And so the weight started coming on then. And from 2015 to 2018, basically food felt like the only thing that like temporarily numbed pain or made me feel like comfortable or, calm. My anxiety was really bad. My depression was really bad. So needless to say, the weight started piling on. And I would say when I left high school, I was probably in the 160s. It could have been the low 170s, but I think it was between like 160 and 175. I did not weigh myself back then. I know at the beginning of ninth grade, I was around the 150s range. And after that, I did not weigh myself for a very long time because it was very triggering for me. I just didn't want to know. I would say when I left high school, I was probably between like 160 to 175, if I had to guess. So, that was where I started before it got bad. By 2018, like this, by the start of 2018, if I had to guess, I would have been somewhere between 210 and 220. I don't know an exact number because, like I said, I didn't always weigh myself. I did it very rarely because it very highly upset me. And I was very ashamed. And I don't have a ton of photos from this time because I didn't like full body photos. And I was very into using Snapchat filters and, editing how I looked. So I'll also put up a couple of examples of what I look like from like 2016 to 2018. Just to kind of give you an idea, you can definitely see the changes. Like I said, I don't have a ton of pictures from this time because I didn't like them or I deleted them. So I don't have the best. But by 2018 is when I started having a lot of good changes in my life. I didn't really start on the weight loss journey then, but the mental health was improving throughout the year in 2018. I still had a lot of rough times in 2018, but it was improving and there was a lot of good things happening. 2019, I kind of slowly started dabbling into trying to get healthier, and I probably dropped 10, 15 pounds maybe. Wasn't really weighing myself then either. When I got pregnant, that is when I started tracking and keeping on top of things, like as far as measuring. Well, I didn't do measurements. As far as weight, I started measuring that when I got pregnant, which was the end of 2019. So a lot of my progress pics and weight, charts are going to be 2020 through now. I was around 214 when I got pregnant. And I actually lost a little bit of weight at first in the pregnancy from throwing up so much. And then I ended up gaining a total of 16 to 17 pounds. It was like in between there. Because the day I delivered my son, I weighed myself before I went to the hospital and I was 231. So I don't think that I ever reached a weight higher than that, but I don't know. So that was my high weight, and that was in August of 2020 when my son was born. The pregnancy weight fell off within the first 2 weeks. That wasn't like I didn't have to think about it. I didn't gain a lot when I was pregnant because I was already overweight. I didn't need to. I'm also going to insert a picture of my weight loss graph. So you'll see the starting date is the day I had my son for my high weight. And then you'll see the drop was pretty significant the first, 6 to 8 months. And then you will see that it has plateaued a lot since then, and it's kind of been up and down. It took me quite a long time to get into the 150s, and I have jumped all around in the 150s since then. I'm kind of in a little bit of a struggle, but we're getting past it. We're just gonna work on staying consistent, and I'm trying not to get too caught up in how slow progress is now, because now that I'm closer to what will be my end weight, I know that it's going to be way slower. It's going to take way longer. It's not going to drop as fast as when I weighed 231 pounds. I did take some progress photos along the way. And so I'll do kind of like a comparison. So you can see here, you definitely can see changes. I struggle with not seeing them when I look in the mirror, but progress pictures really help. So if you're on a weight loss journey, I definitely suggest taking those progress pictures. It was so hard to do at first. I was so I was embarrassed to have them on my phone. And I know that sounds so silly, but I didn't even want my boyfriend to see them ever. You know what I mean? I was so ashamed of what I looked like that I didn't even want them on my phone. But I realized that looking back now, seeing those photos really, really help me process what changes have happened physically, and not just the mental side of it. And if you struggle with body dysmorphia or any kind of self-image problems, I think that progress pictures are one of your best tools to help you actually want to stay on track and see the actual progress you're making, because sometimes the scale is not going to show everything. So I'm going to actually add in a clip here of what I look like right now in March 2022. It's so weird still to say. And I'm gonna also put in my measurements, and I'm gonna start keeping track of measurements because I do have a set of old ones from a long time ago. So I'll do a comparison here. But yeah, I didn't consistently keep up with the measurements because it's kind of annoying to do. But I want to do that once a month starting from here on out. I want to do a monthly weigh-in and measurement progress update. So stay tuned for that. I am hovering around the 80 pounds loss mark, give or take some days. And it has been, it's been great. And it's also been really hard because yes, there are parts of my body that have loose skin. It's not, the most drastic amount that it could be, but it is there. And it is something that I'm self-conscious about, but I will definitely say that on any given day, I would rather have a little bit of loose skin than the extra 80 pounds, because I feel so much better physically now. And, I have about 20-ish pounds to go until I think I'm at my goal weight. And there'll probably be more with time, but I'm working on gaining muscle, and I know that helps a lot. So I'm not really that worried about it. Yes, it's an insecurity, but I would rather have that insecurity than be unhealthy and feel like crap and not want anyone to see me. So some of the things that didn't work, staying strictly at 1200 or less calories, that did not work. I tried sticking with 1200 calories for a very long time on this journey. And what would happen is that I could do it for a while and be okay. Intermittent fasting helped, and I still am okay with intermittent fasting. I'm not quite as heavy into it as I used to be. I used to just put off eating as far into the day as possible. Until I was starving, but I kind of realized that if I pushed it too far, sometimes I would just be so hungry that, I would want to eat more than if I would have just ate a little bit earlier in the day. So I'm a little less strict about that. I've bumped it up to, I more so try to hover around 1400 calories on most days. But now I also allow myself to have maintenance days if I feel like it's just really needed. My goal right now is to change my mindset of if there's like sweets or chips or something in the house, I want to change the mindset of, oh, I'll just eat it on one day and have like one cheat day and I'll be good the rest of the week. Because the calories you eat in a week are the calories you eat in a week. And if I just make it one big cheat day, it's really no different than just having a little here and there. You know what I mean? So I saw someone, and I wish I knew who to give credit to. I wish I did. I don't. But I saw someone that made a TikTok about a certain phrase that helped change their mindset. And I thought it was really helpful. And it sounds silly and simple and stupid almost. But if you think about it, if you have trouble with temptations or binge eating, it will still be there tomorrow. And basically, it just makes you think, okay, it's not going anywhere. I don't have to eat all of this ice cream today. I don't have to eat all of the candy or all of the Doritos today. It will still be there tomorrow if I don't want it right now or if I don't need this amount. It's still going to be there, and it's okay to have it in moderation. It will be there tomorrow. If you have a box of cookies, you can have a cookie today. You don't have to eat 10 because of the fear of missing out. It will still be there. So that's actually helped me a lot. And just bumping up 200 calories a day has helped a lot. I don't feel quite as like restricted now. The 200, I didn't think 200 calories would feel that different, but honestly, it feels a lot different. So kind of just, if you're struggling to find, if you're counting calories, if you're tracking your food, try to just play around a little bit, because I thought that the best route for a long time would be as little calories as possible, to lose weight as fast as possible. And it was not working out sometimes because I would get so hungry that I would finally just binge, and it totally ruined the progress, and I was miserable. Now, was 1200 fine some days? Yes, and it still is sometimes. But some days I need a little extra, and I'm just trying to work on allowing that without thinking I have to trash the whole day. So that has been a really pivotal thing for me to learn and to work on. I'm still working on it, but just not throwing the whole day away because I went a little over or I had a little bit of a treat. I think that's the best mindset to get in, is to just get right back on track. If you fall off, you don't have to throw the whole weekend. You don't have to throw the whole day. You don't have to throw the whole week. It doesn't have to start again on a Monday. You can start again on Wednesday at 7 p.m. If you got off track Wednesday at 3 p.m., just get back on track. And you don't have to trash the whole day. That's been another really, really important thing for me to try to learn. Another thing that did not work for me was eating healthy 24/7. I do try to eat healthy most of the time now. I try to focus on getting in as many whole foods as possible, like strictly veggies, fruit, lean protein, rather than processed stuff. But it's a balance, it's moderation. So, I'll try to maybe eat really healthy during the day, and then for dinner, it's something that is semi-healthy, but also semi, just what I want to make, and I just fit the portion into what my macros are. And that's helped a lot, especially as a family. That way I'm not having to cook differently for myself versus, my boyfriend and son. We all eat the same dinner, and the only difference is sometimes I might have a salad and they won't. My son kind of will eat salad occasionally, a bite or two, but he's a year and a half old, so, so yeah, that has helped a lot too, is just moderation and portion control when it's not like a super, super healthy meal. Increasing my water intake has definitely helped. I know that it's cliche and it's something that a lot of people struggle with. What I have recently found out that, because I have an app that reminds me to drink water, but after a while, sometimes you just kind of start ignoring notifications. So what I've started doing, because I pack my boyfriend's lunch before he goes to work each day, and I always make him two flavored waters. And so what I've gotten the habit of doing is when I go to make his lunch, I go ahead and pre-make two for me, because I have I like using the flavored packets with caffeine in them. They're no sugar. I know, like Splenda or whatever is not the best for you, but I need the caffeine. I'm a mom. I'm a toddler mom of a toddler that does not sleep through the night. Okay, I need the caffeine. The 10-calorie water packets are a lifesaver for me because I love the flavor. It makes me want to drink more water, and it gives me caffeine. So I'll make 2 or 3 of those ahead of time and kind of just like place them randomly throughout the house. And it's kind of like a reminder, no matter what I'm doing, if I'm cleaning, if I'm working out, chasing my toddler around, I see it and I'm more likely to drink because it's a constant reminder. Right now, as far as working out, cardio is just either being on the elliptical. I love the stationary back. I got a small one for Christmas from one of my best friends, and I am in love. It's so great to listen to true crime and just be on the bike. I love it. And if I'm not doing that for cardio, it's just wearing the Fitbit and getting in 10 to 15,000 steps a day. Now, if I'm doing a heavy, intense elliptical day, I more so cut the steps down. You know, anywhere from 7 to 10 is fine. But if it's a lighter elliptical day, then I'm at least 10,000. And then as far as other workouts, mostly weight related workouts, resistance training, if I can English. So basically I just look up videos on YouTube and or sometimes TikTok even. TikTok has been a great tool to help stay like motivated and inspired on the weight loss journey. I do post some weight loss related content on there, so if you want to follow my TikTok, this is what it is. Blair Wicked. It's just like my other YouTube channel name. But yeah, I post there sometimes too. So if you're interested in that, you can follow me on there. But yeah, use TikTok and YouTube to your advantage because it's really refreshing to see what other people are doing, get inspired with, activities, recipes, all that good stuff. I have 3 favorites really right now as far as YouTube goes. As far as like workout, health, fitness, that kind of content goes, like as far as what is inspiring to me. My number 1 is Beatrice Caruso. I'm trying to make sure I say her name right because I love her. She is so inspiring to me. She's funny. She's so smart, and like she's beautiful inside and out, and she's real. Like she is so raw and just blunt, and I love it. She's just really, really relatable. So if you haven't checked her channel out, please do because she's seriously the best. Like I look forward to her videos so much. The next one is Whitney Simmons. She's so sweet, like she just radiates this great vibe and this positive energy. So she's also really great. And the third one is mostly for the workouts. Caroline Girvin. She will kill you. She will put you through it. But her workouts, the burn you get is so addicting. Like I love her workouts. Some of them are so hard. Some of them are more beginner friendly. She has something for everyone. Equipment, no equipment. She has literally everything you could need or want. Like she is my go-to for workouts. Like I don't think that anyone can beat her. I really don't. I mean, she is so great. She will kick your butt with a workout and you will finish it just feeling phenomenal. You will be sore, but you will feel so strong and empowered, and I love that feeling. So she's really who got me into the weight training workouts, and I still to this day, like she's my go-to. I figured out, at least for myself, as far as workouts go, it has to be something that I can enjoy at least to some extent. Like, I don't think I'll ever be the person to just do HIIT workouts every day. I hate it. I hate HIIT workouts. It's terrible on my asthma and it's terrible on my anxiety. So like for me, that kind of workout is just not my favorite. But weightlifting workouts, certain types of cardio, even dancing. Sorry, I have extremely does anybody else, oh, like, let's see if I can show. Sorry, I have very weird joints. So I pop and bend, and I've been told I have spider hands because, okay, this is a total tangent, y'all. But anyway, find workouts that you enjoy because it's going to make your life so much better. And it's also going to keep you more consistent. Like, my favorite thing to do when I'm on the elliptical is listen to true crime. I will also throw out another YouTuber for you, Sherry Lynn Dell. And I hope I said her name right. Sherilyn. Oh God, I'm gonna feel bad if I got it wrong. I'll link everyone in the description box below, but she is the best. If you love true crime, I love Bailey Sarian. Okay, I love her. She's amazing. But Sherilyn Dell, she's my favorite. She's a gem. Okay, she's a gem. She needs like 20 million subscribers already. Her personality is amazing. She's so respectful about the victims and the victims' families that she talks about, and she really puts the effort in. So if you are a true crime junkie like me, watch her while you're working out if it's something that you don't need a workout video for. If you're just listening to something, you might as well find people that make you feel better about yourself, better about life, and uplift you in mood and emotion rather than stuff that is going to bring you down. We don't have time for that. It's 2022. We don't have time for going down. That's terrible. Oh my God. Anyway, so find what works best for you, because if you hate it, you're not going to be consistent. And yes, there's days where I don't want to work out and I do force myself, but for the most part, just try to stick with stuff that you can actually enjoy. So to sum it up, basically, treat your weight loss journey like a science experiment, because I thought for so long I had to do it a specific way. I had to, work out a specific way. I had to eat a specific way. I had to track a specific way. And I put all these unnecessary boxes to shove myself into it. I made it so much more complicated than it needed to be. And basically just treat it like a science experiment. If something is not working, or if something's working but you're miserable, change it. Don't be afraid to change it. If you gain a little bit of weight figuring it out, it's okay. See if you need an extra 100 calories. See if you need an extra 200 calories. Are you doing too much cardio? I did that for a while. I got in this habit of trying to be too restrictive with my food and too obsessive with my cardio, and I just wasn't losing weight. Like, even at 1,200 calories and a ton of cardio every day, I was not losing weight. So don't be afraid to change things, because sometimes you're going to be surprised by the results. And if it doesn't work, then you just change it to something else. So try not to get into the mindset of being in this one tiny little box that you think it needs to be, because I have done that for so long, and that's why I have yo-yoed for so many years, because I have wanted to lose weight and get fit since I was a kid. And I'm 26 now, it's been my entire life. Just be open to trying things. Change one little thing at a time. It doesn't have to be these drastic measures that totally change your life overnight, because that's not always going to be sustainable or realistic. I hope this is, entertaining, motivating, or, just even the slightest bit insightful for anyone. I love watching videos like this myself. I do it all the time. This is the kind of content that I like to watch. I wanted to do this too, to kind of, put the same kind of content out there, and also just talk about my journey a little more in depth. And so, one day this will be another progress pick along the way before I get to the end goal. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful week, and I hope you are doing great if you're on a similar journey. If you are on a journey and you want to comment about your own in the comments below, please do. I love hearing everybody's stories. I love hearing what people are currently doing, what's working for them, what's not working for them. Yeah, so don't be afraid to leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.